What's going on, everybody? It's Leroy. Welcome back to Pokemon Crystal version. In the last episode, we made our way to Goldenrod City. And quickly here, I'm just going to backtrack. Route 34 was the route we just finished up in the last episode. And I wanted to mention, if you talk to this guy right here, he will give you a call whenever the department store is having a rooftop sale. So, I'm not actually going to give him the phone number, but the reason I want to mention this is because we're going to check out the Goldenrod department store in this episode. So just remember this guy down here for when we get to the rooftop portion. Anyway, let's get back into Goldenrod. I'm going to save the department store for a little bit later. I'm actually playing on a Monday morning right now. So I'm going to head straight to the underground. This is something you can do once a week between 4 and 10 a.m. on a Monday. Well, you can come down to the underground at any time, but there's one little special thing that you can do here, particularly on Monday mornings. Let's see, this guy got booted from the game corner because he was trying to cheat using his Pokemon. Whoa, we got a cheater on our hands. Yeah, he mentions the game corner. There is a game corner here in Goldenrod. You can't actually do anything in there until you get yourself a coin case. You actually get a coin case down here in the underground, so some things you would want to do down here regardless of if it's a Monday morning or not. Just so happens I can kill two birds with one stone while I'm down here. So yeah, he's got a Grimer, and we'll just finish it off with a Swift here. So you're going to find that there is a lot of training that you can do here in Goldenrod City and the surrounding routes. A lot of training that you can do in preparation for the gym, and the gym leader here is Whitney, who uses normal-type Pokemon, and she is widely regarded as one of the toughest gym leaders in any Pokemon game, so a lot of people definitely try to get as much training as possible in. So I'm probably going to follow that for the most part. Whitney's very tough with her level 20 Miltank, so we'll want to get at least as close to level 20 as we can ourselves. And this guy mentioned that he got a haircut for his Pokemon. Oh, we gotta watch out for how strong it is now, because everyone knows your Pokemon are only as strong as their last haircut. No one can even get haircuts right now during the coronavirus, so this is truly an underground service here in the Goldenrod Underground. No pun intended. Yeah, let's take this thing out. Nice haircut, Lickitung. You have no hair at all. Like, you actually paid money for this haircut. It's like, oh, do you notice a difference? And you just don't want to be rude, so you're like, yeah, I totally notice it, Lickitung. It looks great. Yeah, dude has no hair in the first place. Alright, so, let's move on. Let's grab this item right here. This is one of the main things we came down here for. It's the coin case, which has nothing to do with the Monday morning thing. You can grab this at any time, and we can now gamble our lives away at the game corner, the casino. So, I'll go into more detail on that a little bit later. Grab yourself a super potion right here. We'll go visit the game corner right after this, so let's just hold tight on that for now. There's another hidden item right in between these two tables here. We'll talk to that old man in just a minute. For now, let's finish off these trainers, starting with this guy. Alright, this guy's going on about typing alignments and typing advantages. So yeah, he's Mr. Smarty Pants. We got ourselves another Super Nerd Taro. Oh, he's got a Magnemite. Yeah, actually I do know a little thing about typing advantages. So I know that you're 4 times weak to ground, so hey, actually for once, Mudslap will come in handy. I knew this day would come eventually. Yeah, so my normal type moves are not very effective, but ground on the other hand, 4 times effective, so for once it actually makes sense to use Mudslap. For just this Voltorb, though, we'll go with a Headbutt. Yeah, Voltorb's an electric-type Pokemon. Doesn't really learn any electric-type attacks, though, so it's pretty much just a really fast thing that can tackle and self-destruct. Yeah, not really gonna bother you too much. Alright, Teddiursa, doing pretty good up to level 18. And we've got more Magnemites, so just keep mud-slapping away here. This thing's only at level 7. This guy's got some really low-level Pokemon on his team for whatever reason. Yeah, none of these guys are really too tough, so. Alright, one final Magnemite to round things out. I think Magnemite is the first Steel type that we've encountered in the game, so You know, Mud Slap gets the job done. If you don't have Mud Slap, you're going to find that they're really hard to put damage on, so kind of start gauging your capability of dealing with steel types, because eventually we'll have, you know, a steel gym leader and stuff to deal with, and it'll be a lot tougher than those level 7 Magnemites. So yeah, we got one last guy here, and this will wrap up all the trainers in the underground, and really all the trainers in Goldenrod. There aren't any other random Pokemon fights like this. So we've got Slowpoke to deal with. Alright, so we were in the Slowpoke well. We didn't actually fight any Slowpoke, so I think this is our first encounter. These are the lucky Slowpokes that got to keep their tails. Yeah, if only they knew how fortunate they were. But yeah, he's got one more. These Slowpokes are only level 10, so it shouldn't give you too much trouble. And actually, maybe we did see Slowpoke way earlier in the game. I could be lying, whatever. Either way, they don't know any good moves at level 10, so least of our worries. Alright, so now that we've beaten all the trainers in here and gotten all the money, let's quickly grab this. This is a dead end ultimately, but there's a hidden item somewhere in the vicinity. It's an antidote, so yeah, a couple steps down from this door here, which is locked right now. Nothing you can do about it. It's something we're gonna circle back to later in the game. But let's go ahead and talk to this guy. This is a dude that is only here on Monday mornings, and he's going to be selling rare items that you normally cannot find in the marts. We're talking about stuff like nuggets, pearls, big pearls, stardust. So these are items that normally you can't actually do anything with. All you can do is sell them at the mart. Well, what's great about this little shop down here is that he sells them at a cheaper rate than what the mart will buy them back for. So if you have the money, you can buy all of his items. He only has one of each, but we can go and sell those at the mart and turn a profit of, I think, about 1,200 or so. So anyway, once you leave there, you're at the northern end of Goldenrod. That's where the underground entrance leads to. And yeah, let's just finish up the tour from the north side here. So we've got the Name Rater. This is where you can go to change the nicknames of your Pokemon. I don't know why they act like he'll rate your names, like all he literally does is give you the option to give them a new name. That's what the Name Rater does. Up to the north is the exit. We'll touch on that later. We still got a lot to do over here in Goldenrod, so I'm gonna keep focusing on the left half for now. So we'll leave the right. And this right here is the Goldenrod, oh yeah, the station. That's not until after we beat the Elite Four. And right here is the radio tower. And look, we've got Team Rocket! Not good at all. So he's already scoping this place out. I'm gonna leave the radio tower. There's a couple small, unnecessary things you can do in there right now, but we will be back there later in the game. Right here is your playground, the Goldenrod City Game Corner. So now that we have our coin case from the underground, we can actually go in here and start purchasing coins to start gambling at the slots, which is more or less a waste of your time. The best way to accumulate coins is just to buy them with straight cash, but as you can see, very expensive. It costs 10,000 bucks to get 500 coins, and I don't really have much money now because I bought all those items. But when you do have the money, you can exchange those coins for awesome TMs like TM25 Thunder, TM14 for Blizzard, and TM38, which is Fire Blast. These moves all do a ton of damage, but they'll cost you 110,000 Pokédollars to actually buy one straight up. If you go and talk to this lady, she will give you Pokemon in exchange for coins, so these are a bit more reasonably priced. These Pokemon will all be at level 10 if you buy them. You can get Abra south of here anyways. Wobbuffet is just kind of a stupid Pokemon. Cubone's actually pretty cool though if you want a ground type. Otherwise you can't get it until after the Elite Four. So I ultimately do want to come back here to the game corner once I have 110,000 Pokédollars, because I do want to get that Fire Blast TM once I can afford it. But with that said, let's go into the PokeMart. Or better known as the Goldenrod City Department Store. So yeah, this place is like 7 stories high, tons of items, so we'll just take it one floor at a time to make sure we cover everything. This first counter here is just going to be your typical mart. Do not buy any of the potions here. because we'll have cheaper, better options. But everything else is there if you want it. I think I'm pretty good on all the side items like antidotes and all that. This guy over here will give you Pokeballs, Great Balls, and then some other stuff that we maybe didn't have before, like revives and full heals. I'm gonna grab some repels while I'm here. I am gonna try to save a little bit of money though, so I'll hold off on the rest of it. And I guess while I'm at it, I might as well sell all those items that I just bought. So yeah, this is just one cool thing you can do once a week on Mondays in the morning. It costs somewhere around like 15 grand to buy all the items, and you make a little over 1,000, so it's nothing crazy, but you know, it's a little bit that helps. So after all those sales, and I'll get rid of this X attack too. X defend I don't need. Yeah, honestly, sometimes I'm selling items more than I'm buying items. Let's actually get rid of some of these worthless TMs, like Sweet Scent I mentioned. We can sell this for 500 bucks, I guess. I thought it was more, but that's fine. Fury Cutter we can get a ton for, 1,500. I'm not going to use that move, so we might as well sell that. And now we've got 20 grand, so, yeah. On our way to getting Fire Blast, I suppose. 20,550, so... yeah, if I get to 110,000, I will be racing back here for that Fire Blast TM. Alright, talk to this guy right here, and he's just going to be selling you X items. I just got done selling that stuff, so not for me, but it's a good way to boost up your Pokemon's happiness if you're trying to dump a lot of money into that. It would be cheaper than buying these, for instance, which are the most expensive items in the game, but they can boost up your base stats for your Pokemon. But this right here is the main counter. This is the TM counter, and this guy is selling 4 of the best TMs in the game, 4 TMs that you will want to buy if any of your Pokemon can learn them. The first 3 are the Elemental Punches. We have Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, Ice Punch. All these moves are powerful and can cause status condition, and I would highly recommend them to anyone that can learn them. I'm going to go ahead and teach Thunder Punch to my Teddy Ursa. Teddy Ursa can actually learn all 3 of the Elemental Punches, although I think it'd be slight overkill. I don't necessarily need all of them. I do want to focus on TM02. We already have a copy of TM02 if you remember. It's the Headbutt TM, which I mentioned we can get more of later, and it only costs $2,000. Just about everyone can learn Headbutt, so get as many Headbutts as you can. That should be like your main normal type move on your Pokemon. So let's go ahead and start teaching these. So yeah, Headbutt, it's a no-brainer. Teach this to everybody. I already have it on Roosevelt. I'll give it to Kulava, and I'll give it to Poliwag as well. If you come in here on a Sunday, there's a lady that can give you TM27 for return, which is a potentially better normal type move than Headbutt, although it requires a very high friendship level from your Pokemon. So at this point in the game, you're not going to have high enough friendship to acquire that TM, so it's just something that you'll have to come back and check on. I will teach Thunder Punch to Roosevelt. For instance, I'm not going to give him like Fire Punch because I already have a Fire type in Kulava. Ice Punch would be nice too, but Teddy Ursa also can learn so many good moves on its own that I do want to keep some slots open for him. But Thunder Punch will be huge because, of course, Gyarados is 4 times weak to Electric. That's always a big one. But just flying and water types in general, I don't really have an answer for right now. So Thunder Punch should help out quite a bit. And this is the very last story. This is just the vending machine section. And you can buy fresh water, soda pop, or lemonade. Fresh water is going to heal 50 hit points. Soda pop will give you 60 hit points. Lemonades will heal 80 hit points. So fresh water is by far the best bargain. And most of my Pokemon only max out around 50 hit points as it is. So I'll buy a couple fresh water. It's nice to have lemonades later when your Pokemon have, you know, in that 70 to 80 hit point range. But for now, I think that's okay. I'll just go with some fresh waters, and I'll roll with that. And I think that's, yeah, we gotta go up the stairs, actually. So this is the rooftop of the department store, which I referenced at the beginning. And what does this guy have to say? Will you quit bothering me? Oh, jeez, dude. Yeah, what was I thinking coming up to you and clicking A? Do you say anything? Someone up here, I swear. Maybe not. Well, anyway, you'll know if there's the sale going on up here. And yeah, there's nothing crazy about it, just it's a sale, you know, items for cheaper than normal. That guy that's just south of Goldenrod, he'll give you a call if you're interested in those sales, and you can come here and check it out. The only thing that we have not done now is the basement, so let's take the elevator from the very top to the very bottom. And when you get down here, you're gonna see some chokes, and then there's some other random guys. What do they have to say? You're holding us up. Our policy is to work behind the scenes where no one can see us. Yeah, how am I holding you up? I literally just got here. This guy mentions that there's some junk on the ground, and we can take it if we want. So, yeah, I do see some items scattered around here. And this guy basically tells me to scoot and get out of here. So, whatever. Bunch of jerks down here. But, yeah, if you want to get these items, just follow my lead. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to leave the elevator, and all you have to do is just go up a floor, then go back down. Every time you re-enter this room, the boxes are going to be moved around just a little bit, and then you can access some new areas. And all it means is that you can grab a few of these items. So, yeah, all I did was go up one floor, went back down, and now I can come down here, and I can grab an Ultra Ball. Just like that. So, yeah, just ignore these guys. They're going to tell you to get out of here. Just listen to the one nice dude that says that you can grab items. So we'll just do that one more time. I think there's 3 items down here in total. And you only need to do this twice to access everything. So yeah, a lot of people don't really know about this. They just think it's an entire area you deal with later, but no, you can actually kind of just manipulate the layout there and grab these items. So down here you have an ether. That'll restore some of your power points for your moves. And way up here we got one final item. And it's a burn heal! That's right, better have burn heal. Okay, so that's it. Just those 3 items, nothing too crazy. The other item that we didn't grab is something that we just have to do later in the game. It's actually an amulet coin, I believe, which is an awesome item that doubles up the money you receive in battle. Which of course I would want if I could get it now, because I'm trying to save money, but yeah, we'll have to save that part for later. So that is everything in the Goldenrod department store. Oh, and how about that? Our Togepi is hatching, finally. I guess not finally, it's not like I've been looking forward to this or anything. Don't really care one way or the other. But yeah, it's a Togepi, so I'm not going to use it on my team or anything. Once you hatch the mystery egg, which is, you know, we got this way back in Violet City from Professor Elm's aid, you can backtrack all the way to your hometown and show the hatched egg, and all that he does is give you an Everstone, which is a terrible item that your Pokemon can hold to make sure they don't evolve. I don't know why you'd want that as a held item. But yeah, this is the crappy Togepi. So there we go. Now we can say we hatched the mystery egg. And that's it for the department store. So now we're going to loop around behind here towards the bike shop. And yeah, as long as you get the TMs for Headbutt and, you know, Fire, Ice, Thunder Punch, I think you're in good shape with the department store there. But way back here is the bike shop. Nobody can find this place. That's why this guy has no customers. So he's gonna ask you for some help. He figures if we borrow the bicycle and just ride it around, it should be all the advertising he needs to get his sales off the ground. So yeah, probably still won't help the fact that nobody can find this place. Maybe he should run a commercial with an directions or something, I don't know. But he's gonna tell you that you can ride this bicycle anywhere, which is hilarious because if you try to ride it in his shop, it's not even gonna let you. But if you go here and choose select, it's gonna register the bicycle, which means you can just click select to use it, but then of course you can't even use it in the bicycle shop. He is a freaking liar. But as soon as you go outside, you can start riding that bicycle around. So yeah, it's just a way faster method of transportation. So definitely make sure you can access it by just clicking select. Makes it a lot easier. And this flower shop is really the only other thing in Goldenrod, but there's nothing to really do in here until after the gym, which happens to be right here next door. So yeah, gym leader Whitney. I'm not quite ready to take on the gym yet. I want to do some more of the available training north of Goldenrod City, and that's what we'll be getting into in the next episode. And actually, let me head up north here just a little bit. I might as well get this out of the way before the end of the episode. If you talk to this guy right here, make sure you have one open slot in your party, and he will give you a sparrow, which you can deliver to his friend on Route 31. You can actually just use this sparrow as a member of your team, so think of it very much as a free Pokemon if you would like. Otherwise, you can go ahead and do this little side mission for him, which will get you an item eventually. Yeah, so that's that, and thank you all for watching. In the next episode, we will head north of Goldenrod City to fight some trainers. See you all next time.